Hi Sazhida, my name's Liz and I'm going to be helping mark your essay this evening. So first of all, really well done in getting this essay together, and I can see you have structured it very well. You have achieved the task by answering the question. So let's now look at each paragraph and let's look at the grammar and the vocabulary that you've used. So, starting, nowadays it is often stated that a traditional education system is retired and stifles. Retired is not the right word to use there. We use that for people, so better to stick to the question. It is outdated or out of date or obsolete. And stifles, again, if you refer back to the question, stifles a child's natural talents. Furthermore, it has more negative influences. We need a plural there, influences. We've got furthermore and more, so I think if we take that out, furthermore, it has negative influences. Reads better, so you're not repeating. Okay, I strongly agree with this statement because although creativeness is not part of traditional schooling systems, so we don't need part, is not part of traditional schooling systems, disengagement is. I like your choice of word there, disengagement. That's good, that reads well in that sentence. My view will be discussed in more detail below by examining examples from the World Education Organization and Harvard University. So, good, clear introduction which states exactly how you're going to tackle the question. So good. Paragraph 1. Firstly, there are modern methods. We need your relative clause here, which could be used during a pupil's study. We need the article, a pupil's study. Now, this sentence we really need here in order to develop skills like singing, dancing and painting. The system, I think here the education system, referring back to the question, the education system should be enhanced. Possibly better word there should be expanded, or you're trying to make it bigger, so expanded or widened to include subjects such as music, dance and art. For example, a recent study from the WEO showed that 80% of students, don't forget your preposition, 80% of students in Finland were satisfied. Now, this sentence is very long, so let's look at it again. I think we need to rearrange. So they were satisfied, so we need to answer that. Why were they satisfied? They were satisfied after participating, preposition, in a new type of study system. So this goes for after they were satisfied. Then we can continue. And consequently, they, past tense, they chose professions like singers, dancers and painters. Okay, let's just read that sentence again. For example, a recent study from the WEO showed that 80% of students in Finland were satisfied after participating in a new type of study system, and consequently they chose professions like singers, dancers and painters. That's a really good sentence now. Can you see, just by moving this to this subject, moving your word order, it reads a lot more naturally. Okay, so well done with that. Therefore, although many people think that a traditional schooling system should remain, okay, we don't need be, so you've got should and then just bare infinitive, remain. New alternative ways can be considered, from the expression to be considered. Again, we need the infinitive, can be considered to develop, again referring back to the question, a child's, now here you need the noun, a child's intelligence and talents. Here we have the noun, we need the noun, intelligence and talents. Okay, so some good evidence there and it reads well. I like your discourse markers in this paragraph, Sazhida. Firstly, for example, therefore, although, you've got here consequently, so you are linking it really well together. Paragraph 3. Secondly, a public education system is harmful. Now, be careful here because this is not in the question. We're not talking about a public education system. We're talking about a traditional education system. So be careful. Change. A traditional education system is harmful. I think you could make this sound more tentative. It could be harmful, could be seen as harmful, rather than making this statement. A traditional education system could be seen as harmful. To connect this to this next sentence, we need this is due to the fact. So we're making this a complete sentence. This is due to the fact that it, so here you have used passive, but we need active voice here, that it decreases engagement, or it decreases, again we need the definite article, the engagement of most creative children, or of many creative children, full stop. Take for instance a recent research from Harvard which, okay, you're connecting this sentence with this sentence using which, indicates that 70% of famous actors, movie makers, artists argued that lessons at school were, adjective, demotivating, ing, were demotivating, and contributed less. I think better here, they contributed little to their future professions. Or could we put in here, they had little contribution towards their future professions. That might read better if we make this into a noun. They had little contribution towards their future professions. Therefore, I think you're thinking of the word those. Therefore, those who had participated in a traditional education system, you've got a subject here, we need a verb. So something like believed that or considered that. Again, we want to refer back to traditional education systems. So not most of them, but we're looking at it. We want to refer back to it. So let's read this again. Therefore, those who had participated in a traditional education system believed that or considered that it was unsuccessful in their future creative career. Or could we say believe that it was detrimental to their future creative career? So I understand the sentence, but I think you need to look again. You got a noun here which needs a verb here, a subject. And just be careful with your spelling there. C-A-R-E-E-R, career. Okay? So, just going on to your conclusion. In conclusion, from the example and arguments given, I believe the traditional schooling education, keep to what you've referred to, is, we talked about this, outdated or old-fashioned or obsolete, and modern alternatives exist. Moreover, it has a negative effect on creativeness. Preposition on creativeness. In the future, this system definitely will be changed. Okay, so Sazhida, I hope I'm saying your name right, Sazhida. Well done with this essay, really well done, really good structure. You've used some great linking, so you are linking your ideas really well. And I really like some of your vocabulary choice. I think just looking at grammar, I think possibly some sentences could have been a little bit simpler. Some sentences maybe you could rearrange with so that you have your subject and verb. So just when you're reading through, if you have a look at that. But otherwise, well done. Really, really good effort.